but it was just time for the next step. And I had a great opportunity in Eugene at the University of Oregon. You know, playing isn't just like you're gonna show up and play. You gotta put in the work. Plus, it's definitely more than just putting in the work. It's like a whole scenario.
Yeah,
you know, like you're not with your family, and people think that we're partying and getting faded and doing all this stuff, but like in reality, we're on stage, like we're busy. Like playing a song is not just I'm gonna play a song but half of my time is gonna be acá de parranda. You have to focus. And they were like, okay, play this. Boom, I play it.
Yeah.
And Weddle right away, we connected right away since day one. And everyone else around us, Carmelo got on the bass.
Nice.
Someone else started playing la armonía. And we started playing at the time Tercer Elemento and Arsenal Efectivo were really, really hitting. So like Lolo Félix, Vida Peligrosa. Cuando uno viene de México y está aquí un buen tiempo, yo pienso que se les hace muy difícil. And I think it would be hard for me too, to go to Mexico and stay there for 3 years y meterme a otro estilo de vida sin regresar a casa. El zurdo from los Tucanes, I've seen videos y él siempre dice, lo más repertorio que tengas y lo más limpio y bonito que lo toques, más jale va a haber para ti en todos los grupos.
Yeah.
Y sí, you know, el que tiene repertorio, el que se sabe las canciones, el que se adapta, and more than anything, you're willing to, you know, like as a team member, you want to see the willingness of, okay, like he's down.
Yo, what up, Toxic Furniture here, back with another YouTube video. Thank you so much for you guys clicking on this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the video. Let's get started. Órale, saludos a toda la gente latina que está viendo este video. Gracias por estar aquí. Como pueden ver, tenemos un acordeón, bueno, dos acordeones, hasta una acá atrás, casi no se puede ver, pero en un rato más la vamos a sacar para acá enfrente. Hoy tenemos a special guest today. As you guys can see, we have 2 accordions here, very beautiful accordions. And something about the accordion is just so beautiful, you know, not just the way it looks, but the sound, you know, like it's beautiful, man. Well, accordion you cannot go wrong with, especially like in a regional Mexican band, norteño. It's a good instrument. Anyways, today we have a very special guest, one of the best accordion players here in the Valley of Medford, Oregon. Nada más y nada menos, el compa Nery Aguilar. Yo, what's up, bro? ¿Cómo estás? Pretty good.
I got you a Twisted.
Oh,
your
bro.
favorite.
My favorite. No, bro.
I didn't go extreme this time, bro.
No?
I know you like the extremes.
Sí, Simón, saludos a toda la gente.
A los que no saben.
Feliz año, bro. How has your new year been going, dude?
It's good. It's been good. It's been busy.
Oh, I bet.
It's been busy.
Still gigging it, huh?
Gigging it, yeah, bro.
Hey, that's a good sign, dude. That's the idea, you know, is to like be busy with the gigs, you know.
Course.
Pero
we gigged it till 7.
Ya, para los que no saben, yo y el compa Nery, tuvimos una tocada el 31 de diciembre, and basically we played there like 4 hours, ¿verdad? 4 horas estuvimos celebrando el año nuevo con la gente que estaba ahí en la fiesta. Y luego después de ahí otro compa nos habló para seguir tocando, so shout out to el compa Yayo if he's watching for getting us after. And yeah, basically no terminamos hasta las 6:30, huh?
Well, 6:30.
We were supposed to play until 7, pero 2 dudes got drunk and they started fighting. No, sí, pero estaba chido el cotorreo. Desvelado un poquito, pero hey, it is what it is, you know. Al final del día, it's worth it, you know, porque it's something that we're passionate about doing it.
100%.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, compa Nery, I appreciate you taking the time for you to be here. Let's crack these open.
Let's do it.
Manda saludos para la audiencia. Saludos a toda la gente que están tomando allá afuera.
Salud.
Cheers.
Salud.
Así me gusta bien fría. All right. Compa Nery, first of all, let's just talk about the 2025. How was your 2025?
My 2025 was good. It was different. I think there was a lot of change in 2025, a lot of growth. I moved to college.
Yeah, that's right.
I still play in the Valley, but I have been going to school for the past 2 years for my prereqs, but it was just time for the next step. And I had a great opportunity in Eugene at the University of Oregon. And the long-term goal is a little different, so I just took it, and that's what I'm doing now.
That's good, dude. What got you into school? Well, first of all, what are you studying for?
I'm studying accounting.
Oh, okay.
I'm going for accounting. My biggest hope is to do sports accounting.
Órale, okay.
Accounting for the Dodgers, for the Lakers, something like that. But obviously, like, music is huge in my life, so I could always do music accounting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We play. You see that we play, but I definitely see that there's more to it. You can still make just as much money or more without having to put in all the labor.
Eso sí.
Of course, I love it, but if I could still be around it in a business aspect of it and still make the bread, that's kind of the whole point of school for me.
Oh, okay. That's good, dude. And you're saying that you moved all the way up to Eugene?
Yeah, so I currently live in Eugene.
Oh, okay.
I'm there Monday through Friday, and then if we gig it, I usually come home on the weekends.
Órale, that's good, dude. How's Eugene? Like,
it's good. It's different. It's big.
Yeah.
It's not as cold as Medford. It's wet. It's rainy.
Yeah.
And it's different. There's different things to eat, different kinds of people. It's big, man. There's so many people.
Yeah.
I come home to Medford, and I'm like, bro, it's like one street that way, and then that's it.
No, yeah.
Eugene, it's like not.
No, dude, yeah, sí cierto, porque I've been to Eugene's a couple of times. I've been to the big ass mall that they have over there. Y pues sí, Eugene is a little bit bigger than Medford. Como tú dices, there is hella streets to like go through just to get to some places.
Yeah.
And the food, eso sí, también the food, like allá tienen cosas que aquí no tenemos. So it's like, what the fuck, Medford, step up your game,
Wingstop. I heard Wingstop's coming to Medford and Dave's Hot Chicken, but they have it in Eugene.
Yeah. So eso sí, like Medford is slowly like growing. For sure, yes. Pero dude, like they need to it needs to grow like that, They're like taking their sweet ass time for like bringing shit that we don't have. So people from the government of Oregon, if you guys are watching this, make sure y'all listen to, the people here, listen to what they want, listen to us exactly, para que traigan más cosas que no tenemos aquí. Ahorita, like, lo que están haciendo un chingo is a bunch of car washes, a bunch of, like, tire shops.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, we already have that. I don't think we need to, like, expand that. But going back to the whole college, Eugene, you spend most of your week over there, dude.
Yeah, I spend my whole week over there. I mainly study.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you don't have like a part-time job or a full-time job?
Not yet. Music has been paying my bills. Gracias a Diosito Santo hay trabajo, mucho trabajo, y la música una bendición. And it's enough. I'm not living in luxury.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like the extra of things, but I am focused on school enough and I get paid enough to be able to make it work, to balance.
That's good, dude.
Money management is kind of just what it comes down to.
Yeah, dude, and that's crazy porque a lot of people, like younger people especially, they struggle with that, they struggle to, have a full-time job or part-time job and going to school at the same time.
Yes, so hard.
And then like having other activities y todo eso. But the fact that you can still, do it, go to school, study, and at the same time.
Think about it. If you go to school like 8 to 2 every day, and then you go to work 4 to 8, Monday through Friday and the weekends, but then you have practice Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 10, and then on Saturday you play 8 to 7 in the morning, and then Sundays you have to do your homework or possibly, like, it's just so much.
Yeah,
it's so much on your plate.
Eso sí, and
it's worth it for sure.
No, yeah, como te digo, tú la tienes like hecha, bro. Like, and it's good, porque como te digo, not a lot of people are like that. When do you manage? Like, por ejemplo, you say you study. Do you study like the same day, like you go to school, or like
I think it kind of just is like based on assignment wise. I'm not a huge procrastinator, but I am a procrastinator. We all, I think, naturally have a procrastination side inside of us, especially when it comes to homework. But I'm never late on things.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you could say based on assignments, if it's due tomorrow, I'll probably start it today, do some of it today, and then finish it tomorrow by the time the deadline's done. The exams, the homework isn't so bad, but I think the exams, that's where I do have to set extra time aside for preparation.
Right.
And like that's where like more homework will come in. So for example, if I have 3 assignments due this week, but there's an exam in a month, then it's light at first, it's kind of like day by day. And when an exam comes, it's more like a week in advance of prep for the next thing.
Dang, dude. No, pues I bet it takes up a lot of your time, no?
Yeah, it pretty much takes all of my time.
That's crazy. Pero
That's what I'm doing.
yeah, y como te digo, the good thing is that you have time, you know?
Yeah.
Porque other people, like, they don't have the time. They have
Definitely.
to force, not force, but they have to make time to do that, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that you just have like that time, plus it's a plus, you know?
100%. It's definitely a sacrifice because every day I'm like, I can be making bread or working at a good full-time job. I have capabilities. So I know I can make money plus all the money we make in music. I'm like, okay, like I can, but there's definitely, I think, a bigger picture, a goal that I've been working towards for a while now, to where it's like I'm too deep in it to be like, all right, like I'm done now. So like it's a sacrifice of making time. Like, yeah, I wish I could be more this and that, but right now I'm taking the hit so my future can be flawless.
That's good, dude. Y otra cosa que te voy a decir, you're saying that you've already been in school for 2 years.
Yeah, so initially I went to school right after high school.
Okay.
For a year, and then I dropped out and because of music, not because of music, but I started doing all the music stuff. And then in 2022, 2023, I don't know, I kind of just had a conversation with my parents and decided on, like, I still had time and I had enough finance for school because I have to pay for it, of course.
Right.
I don't have the luxury of getting it paid for since I dropped out.
Yeah. Dang, dude, that
But
sucks.
like with music, like I ended up using my music money to go to school, but I was still working. And I ended up doing really good in school to where I was able to get scholarships, enough scholarships for it to pay for the next thing.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And that's kind of just when like I tried it. I was like, I'm going to try it one term. I'm going to go full time, but it was online. So I was able to still work my full-time job, go to practice, play music, and do my school online. And I aced it. I got 4.0. I got A's. I was on the honor roll. And then I ended up just was like, okay, what's the next step? And did the next term, and then did the next term. And then I finished my prereqs. And then it was like, it was either get my associates for 2 years or take the next step and go for a full-on bachelor's. And
that's what you're doing, right?
I was like, I'm cool with the associates. Then my parents actually were like, you know, just go for the whole thing. You're already there. My parents definitely push me and motivate me a lot.
And that's good.
And they definitely were like, just go for it. I mean, you're already there. It's another 2-year hit, but it's 2 years. 2 years go by really fast.
They do.
So I just like, that's just kind of how I ended up in the university, back at the university. I originally went to University of Oregon and then I went back.
Okay.
This now time. And then so I graduate in 2 years. Well, a year and a half, one semester's down.
Nice. That's good, dude. Do you definitely like feel a difference between as the years go by? Like, because you're saying that 2 years. Do you notice a difference between year 1 and year 2?
100%. It's a lot harder.
Okay.
And I think everyone in college can attest to this, you could say. I think in the first couple years of school, at least for the first part of the prereqs, it's school. I mean, everyone has their different perspective on school. But if you're prepared and you put in the work, it's not hard. And to me, for some reason, schoolwork has never been so difficult. Obviously, I have to put in the work, but at some point it clicks and I just get it.
Right.
And I think music ends up being the same. It just clicks and I just get it.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I haven't been like, oh, this sucks, I'm dropping out, and I'm still going. I have to pay for it, of course.
Yeah.
And that's a big like unmotivator for sure for a lot of people, like having to pay to go back to school.
How much money do you think you have invested in school?
I've invested at least $10,000 to $15,000, all paid by music.
Así que being a musician, it does have its
payoffs for sure. It's an investment. I think one thing I've always definitely lived by is any investment to yourself is a good investment. Anything for yourself, obviously for the people you love as well, but the example of school, you know, like that's an investment for me. Like when I graduate with my diploma and have that job in the future, like that's for me, the wage is for me, the pay is for me, the lifestyle and life after is for me. So any investment for yourself is good, and I think that's why it doesn't hurt so much to pay all that money.
Y luego aparte, bro, like you're still young, you know, you're not married, you don't have kids, like you have the huge support of your parents. Saludos a los papás de Nery. Aquí un gran hombre que le está echando ganas en la vida, ya sea la música o o la escuela. It's good, bro. Y pues aparte, you're kind of like, because you do have younger siblings, right?
Yeah, I have my little brother.
Your little brother.
You see him a lot.
Yeah.
Anyone that sees me nowadays will see my little brother.
And then like your nephews también.
My nephew. I currently have one right now that he's been really interested in playing. And
yeah,
playing isn't just like you're gonna show up and play. You gotta put in the work. Plus it's definitely more than just putting in the work. It's like a whole scenario.
Yeah,
like you're not with your family, and people think that we're partying and getting faded and doing all this stuff, but like in reality we're on stage, like we're busy. Like playing a song is not just I'm gonna play a song but half of my time is gonna be acá de parranda. You have to focus. And I think to them, being a staffy shows them that. It's like, we're not here to party, we're here to work. And you guys have to see that. You have to see we're busy. We're not here to do that. We're here to do this. That definitely either helps them to, okay, I do want to do this or I don't want to do this.
No, for sure. It's a good thing porque pues ellos, como tú dices, ellos ven that it's just not about playing music. The way I see it is you have to be very passionate about the music.
Yeah.
Enjoy doing it no matter what party you're playing at, or, if you're playing music, you have to like, damn, I love this.
Yeah.
I want to keep doing it no matter what,
Yeah.
And
I think at just like the level we want to get to, it's what's required. And obviously there's levels to everything, but I think with music, you play at, I think for me, like I definitely play like out of love, like I love it for sure, but it's like also the sacrifice of it. Like, when's the last time you spent holidays with your parents? Like, of course you have, but
yeah,
we played Christmas Eve and we played New Year's Eve. Like even if it's my birthday, I'll go play. That's something that was implemented in me when I started playing and stuff, but it grew into love to enough to where I'm super down, and it sounds horrible and I'm sorry, but I'm down to ditch my family or, not participate in the party. I know at some point I will want to and have to, but if it's to go play, like to go work, like, that to me is where I see like, okay, yeah, like I love it because I'd rather go do that than here.
No,
it sounds so bad, but unfortunately that's just what's in my heart.
No, the good thing is que también you have parents and family members that understand.
For sure. My mom and my dad, dude, all day. Yeah. Like everybody, they're just like, yeah, you got to go to work. You got to do what you got to do. We understand. Si se agüitaran, entonces sí, that's a different story. I feel so bad, but they definitely are all about it.
Yeah, porque pues hay, músicos that, that have family members at least, or even like su esposas or sus hijos, like, once like you're basically married and have kids, like
it's different, bro.
Different, dude.
That's definitely a topic I'd love to talk about and like say it on camera, that because I get very frustrated a lot when it comes to like, can we play, will we not play, whatever the reason is for.
Yeah.
But I've always in this aspect understood, for example, my bandmates that have wives and kids, we all have family and stuff, but like the ones that especially the kids, like I've always understood, and as frustrated as I get, I've always like put them first. I've always been like, okay, like I get it. It's for your kid. You got to go. You can't come. You got to do what you got to do. Like I've never been that one to be like, nah, F that. You got to play, screw your kid. Like, no, like family first, But I think the biggest reason why I get frustrated internally and keep it inside is because I don't have that yet.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. And I think I've come to that sense. I've always told myself this, but I don't get it because I don't have it.
Yeah.
And the day I have my children and I get put in that scenario, I definitely am going to be like, my younger self was so dumb for even getting frustrated, even though like I always understood and never made it a problem. Like internal feelings,
No, yeah, for sure.
But because I don't have that yet, and the day I do have it is the day I'm gonna understand.
No,
but unfortunately I won't understand until that day comes.
Yeah, and this is like an all-time thing, like once you're a musico, bro, whether you're big or like on the process of getting to that point, it's gonna be the same thing, porque yes, once you let's say once you blow up, you might not be able to depend on a, like, let's say like a full-time job or part-time job or school, Porque either way, once you're big, bro, you gotta do interviews. You gotta do music videos. You gotta practice like more than like twice a week.
Yeah.
You gotta, and like, I'm talking about the whole band, you know, you guys gotta sit down together, talk about what you guys want to do, or what, like, por ejemplo, like write a new song, just ideas, you know, like it's definitely something that it impacts your life. Yeah, at the same time, like it's like a group thing, you know, like a huevo, like all the members have to like have their opinion,
participate,
and como tú dices, and so it's definitely a huge sacrifice. Mis respetos to, you know, all those músicos out there that sacrificed, you know, things like family time, wife and kids time, you know, it's not easy, you know, but if you have family or your spouse and your kids that understand that and they want you to keep doing it, pues that's like a benefit for them in a way, porque like since you're like at that level already, basically tienes a lot to provide for them, you know.
Like you said, I think once you're in it, you're always in it. Like our biggest example, I think, to me personally, is Weddle. You know, Weddle's been playing since he was 9 years old, you know, and he's evolved and he's never let it go. But now he's gone through, you know, having a girlfriend, having a wife. Now he has kids, but he's still playing.
Yeah.
The reason for playing is, of course, it changes with time.
Right.
But like now, like I think for him, like it's so awesome that he plays, and I know it takes a toll on him, you know, to have to sacrifice time with his kids and his wife on the weekends and stuff like that. But he really plays for them. Like he loves it, but he in a sense plays for his family because he's able to give them, of course, a better life. Even if we decline it, the little extra money on the weekend, especially with playing, how good we get paid in such little time, he's able to, he personally invests that into his like personal family. You know, to me, that's awesome, you know, that he's able to still utilize what he loves for what he's produced.
Saludos al compa Güero if you're watching, bro. Do you come a family of musicians?
I do, yeah. My grandfather, actually, his death anniversary was yesterday. It was 23 years since he died. I think I was like 5.
Dang.
But he was a musico.
Okay.
And his kids were musicos. My grandpa and my padrino and my Uncle George. Yeah. You've met my Uncle George.
Yeah.
He's a drummer.
Yeah. Saludos al compa Jorge si anda viendo.
Saludos a mi padrino too. He's been a big musical and just personal influence on me as well.
Nice.
But they played. I have the gene. I have there's just, like I said, there's just something about music that just clicks. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm the best, but I can definitely say that I can put up a fight. And I definitely feel like every time I pick up at least my instrument that I personally work on and practice on and play, I feel like I can get things, you know. Maybe at first I'm not the best, but slowly, we've all seen with time, you get better with time. I mean, you personally, from the first time I've seen you play to now, you've grown tremendously. But my uncles, they had a band back in Eugene. I was born and raised in Eugene, and when I was little, they had a band. My padrino was a singer guitar player, and my Uncle George was a drummer, and their friends completed the band. And the story is, I don't remember, of course, because I was little, but the story is they would practice, and usually you got to take kids out of the practice room because the kids start to cry or whatever. I was very good in the practice room, apparently, and when they would take me out, I would cry because they were taking me out. Like, I wanted to be in there. I wanted to participate. I don't remember what they say, that there's just, for some reason, I wanted to be there. And I was good. I was silent. Me portaba bien. I just wanted to be with them. And time passed and I got into soccer. I'm a huge sports guy, so I started playing soccer and I focused more on soccer. But my Uncle George, he had a drum set in my grandma's living room where he lived. And every one of my cousins, from big ones to small ones, if they went and touched the drum set, he'd be pissed, bro. He'd go and yell, and he'd just be so upset because, like, you don't touch my set, you know. And one day I went and I purposely didn't, like, you know, I like tried to be soft so he wouldn't hear me, but I would just wanted to to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks in, bro, I was so scared. He walks in and he's like, this is how you do it. And he comes and like starts to teach me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told him right there and then, I was like, teach me, like I want to learn, like I genuinely want to learn. I must have been like 8 or 9, maybe 10.
Oh, okay, nice.
And he was like, okay, come like every Wednesday at 6. So every Wednesday I was at my grandma's house at 6 p.m. just banging on his drums. And so he showed me rhythm.
Yeah.
He showed me cumbia. He showed me dos cuartos. He showed me corrido. He showed me, you know, tumba la vaca, whatever it was. He showed me what the rhythm is. And I think him showing me that, like, it just like stuck in me. Because from going, like, I didn't become a full on crazy drummer. Yeah. But I can hop on a set. You know, I can't play for hours maybe, and I will like stumble, but I can.
But like, let's say un palomazo.
Whoa, for sure. There's a lot of musicos out there that can't get on the set, and like, cause it's a lot. It's your foot, both feet, the time, what you hit, and on a drum, it's loud, so you hear everything.
That's what I'm saying. So dang, so your first like instrument that you learned was the drums.
Yeah, that's my crazy. very first instrument that I, in a sense, like got me into playing like that was the drums, and it was my Uncle George. He was the one that was. My older brother Gary, he also played, but he knew rhythm, but he wasn't as into it enough for in a teaching aspect. My Uncle George, it was just, for him it was fun, like, and I think that's where like the fun, and I get the fun out of it. Like, he just kind of showed me that he's just having fun. Like, he just loves to do it. He still plays. Like, he played New Year's Eve as well.
Oh, dang.
2 in the morning. He still plays in a band here in Medford. From drums, like, I played, I got my own set, and I was still into soccer a lot, so I invested my time a lot more into soccer, but then I had a horrible injury.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was out for like 8 months, and I was so bored at home. I wasn't able to do anything, and I told my dad, I was like, well, I can't like go outside and play sports. I can't go mow the lawn. I just had to sit there. I had to sit there with my foot elevated, and I was like, what if I get a guitar? Yeah. And thankfully, right before I broke my ankle, I was 14. I had like a little savings from cutting, like from doing yard work. And it was like Black Friday like time, and he was like, okay, let's go like check him out at Guitar Center. And I found a $50 guitar. I bought it, and that's how I started playing guitar. But I started playing like Bruno Mars stuff.
It wasn't like norteño.
I got home and I just like started like playing Lo que estaba pegando, but in high school, like I was a freshman, or I was an 8th grade or something, like one of those two. When I was little, Bruno Mars was just the shit. Like, I went to 2 of his concerts. It was awesome. I think he was great. But that's when I started playing. And no mames, my dad. Que llega mi papá and he's like, no andes tocando esas cosas, no pendejadas. Toca esto, and he starts playing Tragos Amargos and like the classics, he wanted me to play that type of music. That type of music to me has always been in my life. Like, it's always been my cup of tea. Like, everyone looks at me and they're like, how are you into like Spanish music? Like, what happened? But since I was little, like Los Tucanes have always been my favorite, my top. They've always been the top. Everyone who knows me, all my cousins and stuff, know that when I was little, that's all I'd want to listen to, or I'd cry. Literally. And the old accordion player from Tucanes, he's actually my dad's uncle, so he's some way, in a sense, we're tied blood, like family. The one that he died, Joel or something like that. Okay. But he's like cousins with my grandma from my dad's side or something like that. So I kind of get it from them a little bit as well. Yeah.
Well, that explains it, dude. I mean, you're an accordion player now, dude. And that's crazy, because, dude, you know so many instruments, bro. Dijiste que la batería, and then guitar. And then you also did requinto for a little bit. Yeah. And now accordion. Oh, and bass too, huh? Yeah. Dang, dude.
Well, it's a whole spiel. It's a whole story. So like, after my dad was like, play corridos. Yeah. Well, not corridos, but even play Mexican music. Like, I was all for it. So I was like, let's do it. Yeah. Like, okay. And then I joined a church choir so I could learn the basics, because I was learning the basics on YouTube. But at the time, there was only Bruno Mars tutorials. There still wasn't Ariel Camacho. Ariel Camacho wasn't like at the time.
Yeah. I think he was
still alive. Yeah. Long story short.
Yeah, I think he made it big in like 2012.
When Ariel Camacho made it big, I was already requinteando at El Molcajete, and like, I remember he died, and the next day a client right away was like, play it Karma, and thankfully I knew it. Like, he died and I learned it because I thought it was dope. Yeah. And I learned it and we played it. But I learn guitar, I go to church choir, and at the church choir, I meet Don Tonio and Chuy, his grandson. And me and Chuy were close to the same age. And one day, Chuy was just like, let's jam it. Like, he played with Don Tonio at restaurants, all over the restaurants. And we just started getting along, and I was already kind of learning how to requintear. He was like, let's jam it. So we jam it. He teaches me some stuff, and his grandpa was there watching us practice. Fast forward, you know, we started practicing, hanging out every single day, especially at the church choir, and Chuy ends up breaking his ankle one day, and they needed a substitute to go play at the restaurant. So I get the call. I was 15. And I get the call, and he was like, hey, I need you to play at a restaurant with me. And I was like, I didn't think I was going to get paid. Like, I was just like, okay. Yeah. So I go, we play the whole night. And at the end of the night, he gives me this huge wad of cash. And he's like, here, I'm giving you all the tips. That's kind of where it started. That's where I started requinteando.
So you started requinteando and you were playing with Don Tonio and his grandson, Chuy. Shout out to Chuy, Jesus, damn, I can't pronounce his last name.
Insunza. Chuito. Shout out my boy.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Yeah, I know him because I went to school with him when we were going to North. So and honestly, huge props, you know, to them for giving you that opportunity to like.
Dude, Chuy taught me everything that I knew at the time. Yeah, he just was like, because there's like a lot of musicos who won't teach you, I guess you could say, like all the good stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Some people just don't want you to be better than them, I guess. But he didn't care. He just was like, at the time, you know, speaking at the time, like he just was like, I don't like, let's play. So this is how you do everything that I know. And it got to a point where we both were requinteando together. Like he would play a song and I'd play a song, and we'd end up having like healthy competitions, and it made both of us really better. Nice.
And that's what it's all about, dude. You want to jam out with those type of musicians, you know, like you don't want to jam out, como tú dices, with people that don't want you to be successful. Yeah, definitely. Porque there's definitely people out there that don't want you to be better than them. The good thing is that you had the opportunity to be with people that, you know, that fucked with you, you know? Yeah. And then, you know, from with them, you know, you got to learn, you know, more about los acordes, cómo requintear y todo eso. And that basically, like, how did the whole, like, you getting into your first band after them, was it La Tribu? La Tribu, okay, La Tribu. How did that whole situation happen?
So for La Tribu, I was playing with Don Tonio, and at the time, I made a big leap in requinteando. So when I started playing from 15 to when I was older, I got in the rhythm of gigging every weekend. In a sense, I've been gigging every single weekend since then. Since Don Tonio started taking me to Molcajete. Every single weekend, except for maybe a time period when I left to college because I was bandless. But I'd come home and still play. And I feel like I personally made a huge leap to where it was recognizable the way I played. I wasn't obviously crazy good, but it was enough to catch an eye. And I caught Güero's eye. Okay. And I meet Güero. I actually am dating his he's married to his wife and his cuñada. His cuñada. Yeah. Jocelyn and I are dating. And at the time, very first time she brings me to her house, like her family house. Yeah. I walk in and Güero's like, I viene Ariel Camacho. He knew, like, he saw the videos, he saw me play. I caught his eye, I caught his attention. And I walk in and he was like, where's your guitar? And I always had my guitar on me. So I was like, my guitar's in the truck. Like, so I busted out, and he's like, long story short, he's like, let me see what you got. Yeah. So it was a Thanksgiving peda with their family. So everyone was fucked up. He was fucked up. So we start playing. And in a sense, I convinced him enough to him be like, come to La Tribu practice one day. Just come. You know, just come check it out. But it was his plan. It was a plan. They had to try to get me in. And I did. I was like, okay, sure, I'll go. I went one day to practice, and I sat there, and they were all there, and they all kind of just talked to me like really nicely. And then they got to the point where they were like, okay, what do you got? And I was like, okay, like, I'll play whatever you guys want. Yeah. You know, like, I've always been like, what do you guys want? Whatever you want. yeah, Simon. And they were like, okay, play this. Boom, I play it. Yeah. And Güero right away, we connected right away since day one. And everyone else around us, Carmelo got on the bass. Nice. Someone else started playing the, like, La Armonía. And we started playing at the time Tercer Elemento and Arsenal Efectivo were really, really hitting. So like Lolo Felix, Vida Peligrosa, all those songs.
Nice.
So we start like playing all those songs. And I'm not going to say because of me, but I think the band in general just all reconnected to a point where I think we all wanted, La Tribu all wanted to be there to play. And our schedules just filled up.
Yeah, I remember you guys were like hella busy like around that time, dude. Like,
yeah, I don't know where. Like, I joined and they posted a video and we got a gig. I think someone tried us out, and then I don't know where the summer just fucking blew up. And then that's how I joined La Tribu.
You were just requinteando there, huh?
I was just requinteando, and then they would still play the teclados, like their stuff. And when there wasn't a guitar part, I would go play la tambora with Widow.
Oh, okay.
Taught me how to play la tambora.
Yeah.
While he would play like Las Tarolas banda style.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or like banda songs. La Tribu is a versatile group, so they play banda. At the time, we had Requinto, Norteñas. They played it all. They were big in their time.
And they're still going to this day, you know? My respects to them, yeah. Like, maybe not like as much as when you were in it.
I saw Carmelo join a different group.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I saw Carmelo. He joined. I don't know where they're from. He posted it.
Yeah.
My mom was telling me that he posted it the other day.
Because I know he sometimes works with Pablo from Proyección.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know sometimes they collab and help each other out. I think La Tribu also had a gig on the 31st.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw Dario, like that he posted a picture on social media, and I'm like, oh dang, like they're still going, you know, like mis respetos, you know.
Yeah.
That's good, you know, like yo siempre lo he dicho, like para mí el sol sale para todos, you know, todos los grupos, todos los que son músicos, like I wish you the best. Don't matter where like you want to go in life with the music, but as long as, you know, you're doing it, pues, como te digo, my respects. Anyways, bro, so yeah, you're in the Tribu. How long were you in the Tribu before you went to the group that you are in now?
So it's a crazy story on how that it all happened. And I was in La Tribu for 2 years, maybe 3 years. There was a moment where I got out and then I got back in.
Okay.
But then what happened was, okay, this is exactly how this happened, actually. Because we made Nueva Elegancia.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone remembers Nueva Elegancia. I'm playing with La Tribu, but Tribu slow, and we had internal problems. The singer wasn't showing up. Things were going south with La Tribu very fast. And it was why I was in and out with them. I only got in and out once, but it just was a big roller coaster towards the end, as far as like, we weren't working, but we weren't working because there was work, but we weren't working because certain people couldn't or wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
Or like there was a time where I got a gig and they said yeah, and we're all there, and the person never showed up. And that sucks because, I mean, when you're in the business, y le quedas mal a un cliente, it hurts.
Yeah.
So I get a call from Giovanni one day. Giovanni and Kevin were in Medford at the time playing with Proyección with Pablo. And I get a call from Giovanni, and Giovanni's like, hey, we're playing at 2 different places today. We need your help with playing at one of them. I was like, I was down because I saw Kevin at the time when he got here, nobody knew how to play accordion. You know, I didn't play accordion, but I had a Panther to where like I was able to just put my fingers on it.
Yeah.
But Kevin showed up and he was elite.
Oh yeah.
So when you see that, you know, especially in Southern Oregon, you're just kind of like, you're instantly drawn to it. Especially when you're with La Tribu, where you're like not working, you want to work, you're hungry, you know, you have the abilities, but it's just not working. I instantly was like, let's run it.
Yeah.
You know, let's do it.
Nice.
So I go to practice with them and we practice, and I was a lot younger at the time, and they were looking for younger prospects, and they were like, how do you feel about playing the bass with us? And I was like, I'm so down. And Pablo was a little hesitant because of his relationship with La Tribu. But he was like, he got to a point where he was like, screw it, like for the benefit of us sounding good, it's the perfect fit. Well, this was right before COVID, so I leave La Tribu, I join Proyección, and we convinced Pablo that it's gonna be Kevin. I think Ariel was there at the time. Me, like just the younger prospects, Alex. Saludos a todos ellos.
Saludos al grupo Proyección.
Saludos a Proyección.
Y al compa Giovanni que anda allá en México echándole ganas también.
We convinced him that we're gonna do that. And it's convincible because we produced, like we played, like, and it sounded good. So then COVID happens and Kevin, long story short, ends up having problems with Pablo, with the owner of the group. He gets out of the group and he comes up to like Kevin, like me and Kevin at the time, we got close, like we clicked, we played, we wanted the same thing, we just wanted to play, like whatever it was, whatever it was, we just wanted to play. And so then he hits me up, he's like, yo, like screw that, get out, like let's make a group. Who can you rally? So I call Güero. Boom, we got a drummer, but Güero at the time wanted to segundear. So Güero was like, I was like, well, if you want to segundear and find a drummer, or if you want to we'll figure it out. So then that's when he hits you up. And then our last piece was either a guitar or a bass player. So we tried Icas as bass, didn't work out. I was naturally a guitar guy, so I naturally played quinto. At the time, I had been jamming it with Jairo, with my homie Jairo. I met Jairo one day at a tribu practice because in mariachi practice at the same place, and we all kind of got together and jammed out.
Oh, okay.
And so then Jairo and I were hanging out, jamming out. So I was like, Jairo, vente al quinto. And se jaló el Jairo al quinto. He came to play quinto. So then that was the group. We practiced like once or twice. You were there.
Yeah.
And we figured out a name, Nueva Elegancia. We recorded some videos and we just started to play. And then that's how we made Nueva Elegancia.
Yeah, I remember that porque como tú dices, Güero hit me up. And it's crazy, dude, porque that's like, poco a poco, I wanted to like give it a shot because I was already like a drummer. Yo antes tocaba en la iglesia, bro. And so church music, it's different.
It's different.
Very different from, norteño, zapateados. Cumbias somewhat are still the same. Like it's same beat, you know?
Yeah.
Pero once I started listening to Mexican music, I think I was like maybe... I want to say I was like maybe like 13 when I was like slowly getting into Mexican music. And at that time, the grupos that were booming were Máximo Grado, Grupo Fernández, all those grupos. And so the drummers that they had, bro, no sé cómo, pero they just inspired me to like want to be like them,
Yeah.
So I started practicing music así, and poco a poco, like I just got the basics down. Yes, somewhat, like I still needed a little bit of work, but I feel like con que I know the basics, I feel like that's,
It passes.
Yeah, it passes.
Yeah.
Ahí, pues, poco a poco con el tiempo, pues, fui practicando and all that stuff. And then, fast forward to, was it 2019 or 2021 Nueva Elegancia was?
It was a 2020 year of COVID.
Okay. So, it was around that time when Güero hit me up. And I remember meeting Güero, like, when he was in La Tribu. I don't remember if this was before you were in it or you were already in it.
I think it was before because I don't think I ever met you.
Yeah, because ya ves que they were playing a lot at 15s, weddings. And dude, back then I was just like a random fucking teenager who would just show up,
Yeah.
And I was already a drummer at that time. And that's when I saw Güero. And dude, the way Güero was playing, like reminded me of those drummers that I would see on YouTube and all that stuff. Like, haz de cuenta que Güero like inspired me like even more, so I'm like, fuck, let me go say what's up to this guy. Even Güero like let me jammed out to like one or two songs. It was just like the basics, like Tragos Amargos, El Columpio,
Yeah.
And so dude, once like I got that feeling of playing like música mexicana, I'm like, nah, wait, like I have to do this, like me gusta,
Yeah.
And so I would practice, pero the practice was there, but the dedication wasn't, just because I wasn't in a group.
Yeah.
And then once Güero invited me to go with you guys, bro, I saw that you guys were like fucking serious about that shit. Me, I was still like, I was serious, but I wasn't that dedicated to it.
Definitely.
I was still trying to like better myself.
I think that goes back to the whole levels aspect of it. Levels is not an offensive thing, but like when I started playing the accordion after Kevin left, like I was not what I was today. Still not as great as what it could be.
Yeah.
But comparing, like before pasaba, like you say, you know, like pasaba, it was a C grade, but it wasn't what you ultimately have become, you know. And I definitely, like, you were there, you know, like you were new to the scene and you were still getting into it, and naturally you're not going to show up and have an A plus, because you just don't, you know. It's just like you need to live it, you need to go through it, you need to go through the setting up early, setting up, staying up until 7, playing songs you don't know, playing beats you don't know, figuring it out together, messing up, fixing your mess ups, preparation. And you don't get all that in level 1. You have to put in the work and level up.
Yeah, so I remember there was a time like we stopped, you know, like Nueva Elegancia, like it stopped. And I remember at that time, like I'm like dang, you know, that sucks. And so slowly, like I started technically looking for other groups I can like help out. Yeah. And you know, that's where like I slowly started to help out La Tribu, you know?
Yeah, you start freelancing.
Obviously, Güero left. El compa Uriel Bello, saludos al compa Uriel Bello, que he also is a gran músico that gets down in la batería and now las tarolas and percusiones. He was more like a percussionist, you know, compa Uriel. Yeah. And so La Tribu at that time was kind of like looking for an actual drummer, you know, who was able to like
do everything.
Yeah. And so that's when I started jamming out with them. Pero como tú dices, bro, and what you said about them is true, you know, porque there was times where I would practice with them. I would try to stay focused with them, pero obviously there was days where like, oh, se canceló el ensayo last minute too. Yeah. And it's like
you're on your way.
Yeah, no manches, you know? There. Sometimes you're even there. Yeah. I was still iffy about like actually joining them. Si salía tocada con ellos, pues okay.
You were down.
Yeah, I was down.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Güero and the rest of you found out that I was jamming with them. I'm pretty sure that's when you guys decided to like have Güero actually like be the main drummer and vocalista, segundero. Once that happened, pues I just, you know, stuck with La Tribu. Like I didn't want to like take that away from Güero, you know, because dude, I know Güero is a fucking like beast when it comes to drums. Sería mejor like para él, you know?
Yeah. So I think ultimately that's kind of what it came down to. I think personally, and I also think the people in my team, and I also think the people around me, we're all not, I guess you could say, like you playing or people playing with other groups, as long as it doesn't involve or get in the way with like our schedule, like that's fine, bro. Like I play with other groups all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But like as long as it doesn't
like interfere with your band.
Has a group on Saturday at 8 and I book with Elegidos on Saturday at 8, like it's going to cause conflict naturally, regardless of who it is. And it's just an example, you know, but like I think for me that and everyone on my team, I think feels the same way as well. It's not like an issue, you know. I think at the time with Elegancia, I think what it just came down to was simple frustration of us not being able to play certain things because you weren't able to play certain things. And we've all been there, bro. Like that's something you as a musico had to go through to level up. There was 2 choices for you when that happened. There was either you were going to get better and show us that you had it in you, or you were going to quit. You didn't quit. And that defines human beings. Yeah. And at the time, of course, you saw everything we were playing. We all wanted to play more things that we all thought we could get.
I think
and that's where the frustration as a team came in. And so it wasn't even like a personal thing, it was just like a team thing. I think it would just be better for Güero to hop on and then just fly from there.
No. And como tú dices, bro, like como Güero, he's already like experienced like in everything. Even at that time, you know, when I decided to go jam out with La Tribu and have gigs with them, the thing is, dude, I was just focused more on corridos, bro. If anything.
But it takes time, of course. You know?
Yeah, it takes time. And even then, bro, at that time, I wasn't even like fully there yet, you know? Yeah. And so I think because the most songs that I struggled with was zapateados, some rancheritas, even though like rancheritas are so simple, pero
they have touch,
and sometimes a veces there's stops and a veces, you know, there's like a thing. Yeah, so como te digo, bro, like I was just more focused on corridos, you know?
And that's fine. Like it takes time. Like that's fine, you know? Like, but I think now, especially since you're really deep into the scene now, you see that it's not just corridos. Like personally, I'm not a cumbias or a zapateados fan. Like if I could play anything I wanted, I'd play corridos all day.
Yeah.
But in a tocada, así no es. En una tocada, most of the time you go around here, especially, you gotta play more zapateados and corridos. Yeah, of course, you gotta play corridos and rancheritas, and that's natural. Aquí la raza quiere ambiente, quiere bailar, quiere cumbias. It's something you would have to have in your bag.
For sure.
Especially in 4, 5, 6, 7, 10-hour gigs, you have to have them in your bag, and you have to be good at them.
That's why I feel like joining La Tribu, and then from La Tribu to La Intención de Michoacán, I feel like playing with them helped me like get to the level I'm at right now, you know?
Yeah, that every piece that you go through is part of your story. It definitely leaves a mark on you. Like I still have things that I learned in La Tribu that I still do. Things that Don Toño taught me that I still do. Things that Kevin from Elegancia or anyone in Elegancia that I you know, like every piece you get something from it and you carry on with you, and it in a sense makes you musico. At least I think that's how it's been for me.
No, yeah, for sure. And so talking more about your music career well, I mean, technically it is a career, you know, you're making money off of it, you know? So from Nueva Elegancia, from there's like a switch in the name.
Yeah.
Like ¿Qué pasó ahí, bro?
To 40 grados. When it comes down to Kevin, Güero, Jairo, and me, we end up being a group of 4, and I'm playing bass, Jairo's quinto, Kevin Cochivos, and Güero drums. And Jairo, I think it was December, always went to Mexico. For some reason, he was like, I'm gonna buy a tuba. And we all were like, heck yeah. So I compra la tuba, he brings it back, and he takes it to tocada, and he just tried it. He was naturally good at it. And he has experience in air instruments, compa Jairo.
Yeah, because he's a trumpet player.
He's an elite trumpet player. He's to me, para mí, el Jairo es uno de los mejores músicos que he conocido.
Yeah, for sure. Saludos al compa Jairo.
Any instrument he picks up, anything he does, especially when he's like dedicated to it, like to me, my respects to that guy, because it's ballsy to do everything that he does. So not everyone can step up to the plate like that, and he does.
Right.
But se trajo la tuba, empezamos a tocar con tuba, y ya pues de ahí, when we started playing Nueva Elegancia with tuba, it just freaking blew up. It was just crazy.
Yeah, because you guys got like a record deal, no?
Or we got a record deal. So that's where the name change comes. So we started playing with tuba, and we ended up being like really busy all the time. So it was a Saturday. We had a gig from 4 to 7, and then we had another gig from 8 to 12. So it was like an all-day thing.
Yeah.
So Carlos from Tequila calls us, and he's like, hey, El Daza, la banda de la Daza no va a llegar. Can you guys play from 1 to 2? So it was perfect. We were like, heck yeah, like we're down. But en la tocada from 4 to 7, nos pusimos una borrachera.
I bet.
Oh my God. Era una casita, like a birthday party, small birthday party, pero los jefes y los que nos contrataron se portaron al millón. Chidos,
nice.
Y ellos también estaban pedos, nos pusimos una peda todos.
Yeah.
It was a healthy thing, you know? It wasn't like we were sloppy, sloppy, like we were drunk, but
y'all were still like,
yeah, estamos de ambiente, estamos pedos de ambiente todos. All of us, from Kevin down to Güero. So then we go to the next tocada, fucked up, hella fucked up. So we play from 8 to 12 y nos ponemos otra borrachera.
That's crazy.
So we get to the Daza from 1 to 2 y no, imagínate cómo andábamos, pero andábamos alegres, andábamos con ganas de tocar. O sea, pedos, pero like grupo firme type. Like we were dancing,
you were feeling
we were in it, y el Daza le gustó machín, al manager del Daza le gustó machín.
Yeah.
And so El Daza was like, yo, I play tomorrow in Idaho, in Twin Falls, Idaho, but I play at 8, so you guys have to leave at 8 in the morning. So it was like a Saturday, a las 2, 3 de la mañana, y nos dijo se tienen que ir para las 8. So we had like a 5-hour gap.
Yeah.
Para irnos para la casa, decirle a nuestras familias, alistar la bolsa y fuga. It was a Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was 10 hours from here.
Fuck.
And El Daza was like, I'll pay for gas, I'll pay for hotel, I'll pay for food, and I'll pay you guys' wage.
Yeah.
He paid us like $500 an hour just to go play 1 hour that day. Pues ahí vamos de vagos. We all were stoked. So we were like, let's go, bro, let's go. And at the time, era con tuba. We were still making the transition, but they were like con tuba. So we go to Twin Falls, and they manager made the call to the CEO of his label. The CEO flies out to Twin Falls, Idaho. We get there, we play, we kill it. So he was like, we want to talk with you guys seriously. Here's some money. Fly out to LA. Let's talk.
Oh, okay.
But it was serious. It was like done deal that we're going to get signed. We're going to get signed.
Yeah, for sure.
Pues ahí vamos. Otra vez de vagos. To LA, los cuatro.
Did you guys drive there? Or
we flew, yeah.
Oh, you guys flew?
We flew, and el güero tiene mucha familia allá en LA, so un primo del güero nos prestó un vehicle.
Nice.
La esposa del güero nos agarró, no nos compró, but they booked all our stuff.
Nice.
It worked out perfect, pues ahí andábamos. Y fuimos, we get there, y a lo que íbamos.
Yeah.
We were like expecting like they show up, they put the contract there, and they're like, sign it.
Yeah.
We were like,
without reading it.
Without reading it. We need to read this. Y uno que se miraba como el Tuca Ferretti, the coach from los Tigres. El Carajos guy.
Yeah.
Looked just like them. And he's like, ¿qué putas tienen que leer ustedes? Ustedes no saben nada de contratos. Ustedes son rookies. Tú fírmalo, les va a ir, blah, 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 all that stuff. Y nosotros bien paniqueados, pues ya empezamos a leer y todo estaba bien. Estaba legit. Ellos, pues, a lo que iban. They were rich. They were record label owners, the CEOs.
Yeah.
They just wanted to get their sign. Let's go, take the picture. You guys start this day.
Yeah.
No, pues ya, blah, blah, blah. We took a break. We went outside. We all talked. We were all excited. Llegamos, ya nos dicen the deal, what it was, what we were signing. We had to give them, like, our social, everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
We signed an 8-year or 7-year contract with them. Luego llega lo del nombre, the original topic of the story. El nombre era Nueva Elegancia. Llegamos and they were like, el nombre Nueva Elegancia ya está registrado con otro grupo. Y cuando te firman a un label, it all has to be legit. You have to register your name. You have to register as a business.
Yeah.
You have to copyright this. You have to copyright that. You get ownership rights, whatever. So they looked it up and they were like, Elegancia valió madre. Tienen que escoger otro nombre, pero tienen que escoger otro nombre y ya.
Yeah, like right there.
So we ended up taking like 5 fucking hours there, bro. Just
That's
fucking
crazy.
coming up with the name. No sabíamos nada. Todos ya estábamos enfadados. Entonces, éramos un equipo, nosotros 4 y el equipo de ellos. And there was like 5 of them. Y ya, they start blurting out names. We all start blurting out names. Y que dice uno, y si se ponen grupo Pi, like 3.16, the pie.
Yes.
Nos cagamos de risa.
Yeah.
Nosotros pensábamos que era una broma, pero era en serio. Luego se quedó aquí.
No.
We were like, fuck, no.
Yeah.
Y ya, they were like, ¿está frío en Oregon? Sí, ¿como a cuánto? Como a 40 grados. And they were like, 40 grados. Ese es el nombre, 40 grados. Y a mí, en lo personal, no me gustó.
Okay.
Yo y el Chevy nos miramos así, and we just were like,
nah.
El güero también, was just in the back, like. Pero de lo enfadado que estábamos, nosotros nos queríamos ir a comer. No habíamos comido, no habíamos almorzado, ya era tarde, whatever, nos queríamos ir.
Yeah.
So we were just like, screw it. Está bien, 40 grados, firmamos, blah, blah, blah. Nos citaron en San José 2 weeks later to record. Y así pasó, así fue que cambiamos el nombre de Nueva Elegancia a 40 grados.
Nice.
Y ya pues 40 Degrees kept going. That's when Kevin left.
Before Kevin left, how long were you guys with the name 40 grados? It wasn't very long, huh?
It was like 8 months. No, we got signed in November and Kevin left in May.
Oh, okay, so
November, December, January, February, March, April, May, 6 months.
6 months, dang. ¿Y qué pasó with the record label, with the whole contract?
I don't know. We kind of talked.
Yeah.
They just were like, if you guys sign with someone else, like, you guys know the rights, but take care. You guys don't owe us nothing. We don't owe you guys nothing.
Oh, so it was just like
it was clean. Like, they took us to the studio and recorded, and they have all of that. We don't have rights to none of that, but I don't think they'll ever release it. We took pictures and did like all this photo shoot stuff and everything you do with like a grupo,
Yeah, Simón. That's crazy.
Nos fuimos a San José el día que se murió Vicente Fernández, December 12th.
RIP legend.
Y nos quedamos en San Jose una semana recording, and it was like a dream come true in a sense of like the studio aspect of it. Like we were just in the studio until 6, 7 in the morning, not doing nothing bad but recording. We literally were in there recording en una iglesia. Y el Kevin y el güero dormidos en un cuarto mientras Jairo grababa la tuba, ya yo grababa el quinto, ya, you know, we would all take turns. And
Simon. Also, you guys had to record your parts individually.
Yeah, we all recorded individually. It was like a professional setup.
Oh, okay.
So we like
I've heard about
una guía y luego metimos like one by one and then polished it.
Oh, okay.
I think we recorded like 14 tracks.
Okay, so I have a question about that. Do you think it matters if you do it that way or as a group?
It just depends, I think, on what you want to sound like. I think when you do it individually, you have the opportunity to be a lot more creative and you have the opportunity to be more clean.
Okay.
So if you mess up, you can just go cut, redo, let's go. But sometimes those things end up sounding very robotic.
Yeah.
And it's hard to sound robotic in music, but when it's too planned, sometimes it doesn't work. And when a group, you know, cuando estás in the group, you have the chemistry, you know, a chemistry that you can't portray to a platform when you record one by one, a chemistry that when you guys play together, of course, it's going to sound way different than recording one by one. But the downfall to recording así together is if you screw up, it's done.
Yeah.
You know? And I screw up all the time. So it's like,
yeah,
you have to be like, at that point, you have to be really, 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 really clean.
Yeah, because I know some grupos that, you know, like, they record together and then some grupos that record individually.
Yeah.
Personally, como tú dices, it just depends on how good you click with your group, you know?
100%.
Yeah, and so se sale Kevin, bro, and then you guys take a break for like a while, and then that's when you start learning the accordion, right?
So what happened was Kevin, he was here for, I think, like 3 years, going on to 4, and we were playing a lot. Like I think it just became really unhealthy how much we were playing.
Yeah, because sometimes it would just be you two, huh?
Yeah, there were like a lot of the times at the time, people didn't want to pay like the fee. We weren't even charging that much. I think we were charging like $400 an hour with it included.
Damn.
And at the time, to us, it was expensive because we started charging $200 with Nery Aguilar. That's how much we started for 4 hour, like each hour, $200.
Yeah.
Which has worked our way up.
And that's cheap.
That is so cheap.
That's cheap.
So he was ready to go home and see his mom. And, you know, just be in Mexico. You know, cuando uno viene de México y está aquí un buen tiempo, yo pienso que se les hace muy difícil. And I think it would be hard for me too, to go to Mexico and stay there for 3 years y meterme a otro estilo de vida sin regresar a casa.
Yeah.
And I think we all have to go home at some point.
Right.
And that was that's what he was on. So se va, pero la decisión de irse la había tomado como una semana antes. De una semana para la otra, he was like, I'm out.
And did you guys already have gigs?
Yes, we had to cancel a lot of gigs.
Dang.
So I was like, pues está bien. You know, I understood it.
Yeah.
I get it. Y ya pues que me dice, he was like, so what are you going to do? And I was like, go play for la tribu. He was like, no, ponte a tocar acordeón, porque yo le sabía poquito, close to nothing, but enough to
just get like a basic.
Enough for him to be like, do this, and that's it. No, pues que me dice, pues yo te enseño, and I was like, but you're leaving in like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, who cares? So I don't know if you ever went to his apartment, but he had a little studio, kind of like this little studio apartment.
Okay.
And we legit didn't leave the apartment for those 4 days. Tocando.
That's crazy.
Tocando.
Yeah.
Pero yo tenía mi acordeón y él tenía el de él y me decía, ok, cuando te vas a la bemol, le vas a hacer así. O cuando te vayas a re, a segunda, le vas a hacer así. Y para hacer esta canción vas a hacer así. Y, you know, y tienes que aprender esta rola, y te las tienes que aprender en los 2 tonos. And that's why you'll see me like, if they need to drop it to a different tono or if they need to make it go high, like I have to figure it out, but it's not hard. It's like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like you'll see me turn around and like scuffle, but then you'll see me turn right back around and let's go.
Okay.
And that's where that comes from. Porque él me decía, te la tienes que aprender aquí, pero no nomás aquí, las escalas, you know? Then muévela para acá, súbela para arriba, súbela para abajo, and figure it out. You know, it's going to sound different, but figure it out. Y ya de adornos, cómo adornar, how not to be too much, how to take care of it.
Yeah.
Y ya pues para mí esos 4 días de ahí del acordeón, todo lo que me enseñó me dijo, pues es lo básico, tú de aquí vas a encontrar más, hacer más, you know, pero eso ya, that's on you, you know, like that's your part of your story now. There's only so much you can do. But I took those basics, and Jairo and Wedo one day called me, I think it was like a week after Kevin left.
Yeah.
And they were like, so let's make a group. And I was like, well, sure. So we went to Love Lanes and we had some drinks and we were just talking. I didn't know I was going to play accordion.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, let's go. And I was like, wait. Like, who's going to play? Like, what? And Heidel was like, I'm going to play bass. And Whittle was like, I'm going to play drums, obviously, and sing. And he was like, they were like, you're going to play accordion. I was like, you guys trust me to do that? And they were like, no, but what option do we have?
Yeah, eso sí.
And Wedo basically was just like, buckle up. Like, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to get ready, because we play in a week. I was like, all right, like, screw it. Like, at that point, it just was like, I'm either going to start this journey now and not look back, or I'm going to stay wishing that I, you know, but I knew I could. I feel like I had it in me that I was able to. And then we couldn't use the name because it was signed to a label.
Yeah. So that was basically the label's name.
Yeah, that was the label's name. Mm-hmm. So then, Kevin leaves. We start jamming out. We get a guy, Mochis, to join, to sing and play quinto.
Mm-hmm. Saludos al compa Mochis.
Saludos, compa Gustavo. And de ahí así empezó Clave RV. Ocupábamos un nombre, ya no sabíamos de qué.
Yeah, how did the new name come?
So Clave RV, actually I came up with Clave RV.
Nice.
One day ocupábamos un nombre y nos iban a meter a un baile, I think in Klamath, y ya estábamos tocando privadas, but we were just kind of playing as whatever you want to call us, 40 grados, whatever. Pero they were like, okay, so like we're going to put it up as 40 grados, but we couldn't. The label specifically said you guys can't use it or we're going to fine you guys. So then...
How much was the fine?
Well, I don't know. It's like the whole industry aspect of it, you know? Like it's the copyright thing. It's illegal. So they could technically like sue us or whatever. Damn. Or like if we make money under the name, they can take whatever cut they were supposed to take. So then... we were all shouting out names, todos, entre los cuatro, todos. And I was listening to Legión RG, or the group Legión RG. And I looked up what Legión meant, and it meant like a code. And I was like, code, okay, Clave, what would be our code? Clave, Rogue Valley. So I just said it. Yeah. I was like, Clave Especial Clave, RV Clave, Clave RV, Legión RV, Clave Vainzala, whatever.
Yeah.
And when Jairo was like, I like Clave RV, and Wedo was like, I like Clave RV, and Mochis was like, yeah, fool, I'm down for Clave RV. So then we were just like, it just was like, it wasn't like a hard, like, and we didn't think about it that much. We just were like, all right, screw it. Like, we need a name, give it to him.
Yeah.
And that's how we ended up with Clave RV.
And that's crazy because ese nombre sí pegó, bro. Yeah, ese nombre sí pegó, and the fact that it's just like simple, you know?
It's simple, yeah.
Like,
it's
damn.
Too.
Yeah, so...
But empezamos con la burla because we started showing up and people would be like, Clave RBD, Clave RBD, ahí vienen los en la RBD. Pero no nos agüitábamos, o sea, nosotros nunca nos agüitábamos, in a sense, no lo tomábamos como, o sea, we took it to our advantage. We started being like, oh yeah, Clave, I use that Clave.
Yeah, just go with it. Yeah,
you know, and people like that. People were like, chicos, no se agüitan, chido, si cotorrean.
Yeah, Simón.
Toquen, But it wasn't all pretty at the beginning. Like, I think, especially with the accordion, Kevin, to me, it's a massive change. Massive. Even now, you know, like if we play 1v1, like he'll smoke me. That's just music. That's just how it is, you know, like we go back to levels. Like he's just on a different level.
Y luego it's crazy to me porque I feel like the músicos that are from Mexico, like, like naturally elites already, you know?
Es que es Mexico allá.
That's where like the motherland of the music that we play is from.
It's because here, bro, who are we gonna substitute? Like,
eso sí.
We can only substitute so much, pero allá en México, si la cagas o no te sabes una rola, ellos no te dicen ánimo, ellos te dicen, pues, ok, le voy a hablar a ese que sí se la sabe.
Yeah.
Ese que sí tiene el repertorio, sí sabe. then you know they don't care. They put you aside and the next one steps
That's
up,
crazy.
In Mexico, you have to be ready.
A huevo, you know.
And if you're not good and clean, you won't get work. Zurdo from Los Tucanes, I've seen videos y él siempre dice, lo más repertorio que tengas y lo más limpio y bonito que lo toques, más jale va a haber para ti en todos los grupos.
Yeah.
Y sí, el que tiene repertorio, el que se sabe las canciones, el que se adapta, and more than anything, you're willing to, like as a team member, you want to see the willingness of, okay, like he's down.
Yeah,
Simón. He can do it, like let's do it.
Yeah, Simón.
Y eso ayuda, eso sale jale con eso.
That's good, dude. That's good. Clave RV, you guys been with that name since like what, 23? Okay.
So 2 years.
So 2 years. Dang, bro, that's crazy. And basically, like, you guys have had gigs like nonstop, huh? Like almost every fucking weekend. Sometimes even during the week, huh?
Yeah. I think since Elegancia, Güero, Jairo, and I haven't stopped playing every weekend.
Dang, so that's like basically since like...
Y pues obvio, pues there's a weekend here and there, or if we request a weekend, or if we want to go out of town, que pues obvio.
But see...
Respetamos and stuff, but
see, here's the thing, bro. Yeah, that might happen, pero bro, va a haber grupos that are going to hit you up and ask if you're available that day. Yeah. And you for sure like are going to be like, I'm down. Yeah. Like, por ejemplo, with us, we have an accordion player, shout out to El Compa Eloy. Yeah. Pero bro, like, if he knows that, because Eloy, he's good.
Bro, he's saying you suck. Just kidding.
Nah, I will not. Eloy, you're good, bro. Just keep getting better. But he trusts you. He trusts you, because you guys also have known each other for a while. I mean, bro, you're basically his like inspiration, Yeah. And it's cool, because like at the level that, the grupo, that both of the groups are at now, like, como tú dices, instantly click,
Yeah.
Entre colegas nos podemos ayudar uno al otro,
Oh yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm. I think his dad was the one that was telling us, Eloy's dad, that he's really happy and has a respect that que nos llevamos muy bien en el grupo, and that it's fun. Mm-hmm. It's nice when I jam out with Los de la Nada, and it's, very different to when I jam out with Elegidos, and if I jam out even with, Yicas and his dad Lionel, and my uncle plays with them and stuff like that. I played with them, and it's all so different, but it's awesome. It's
yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely like a good experience to like play with other grupos and, learn from them, and then them learn from you. And, like, it's good, Mm-hmm. All right, bro. So now that, basically music has been in your life the whole, like time that you've been alive.
Whole lifetime.
What's like, just like the craziest shit you've seen at Tocada? Like just far out, like, damn, what the fuck was that?
I think it just like depends in many aspects. There's so many different aspects of it, and as a musico, you see everything.
Oh yeah.
Like we are on stage, like, and maybe people might not think about that. Like even if we don't want to look at it, like if there's a fight going on and we're busy, like we're still gonna see it because you see everything.
Oh yeah.
I not that long ago, one of the craziest knockouts, a fight, we will talk fire fights.
Damn.
We were playing. I don't know. People just started fighting, and everyone was chilling, and people were arguing, and like the fight was done. Whoever got in a fight was done. Like ya se acabó. But it was a massive brawl. People were bleeding, shirts were ripped.
Damn.
Entre hombres y viejas.
That's crazy.
Y ya two people were chilling like this, y que se empiezan a decir, and this guy just literally just turns around and right in the nose, y el vato cayó.
Like knocked out.
Cold.
Dang.
Ya se le subió y se lo quitaron y nosotros tocando atrás.
Yeah.
Y ya la señora was like crying, stop, like shut up guys, stop playing.
Damn.
Cálmense ya, váyanse. And they had to drag like de las patas the guy out. Y no se fueron corriendo.
That's crazy.
Recently that was one of the craziest ones. And then just something crazy I think that's always stuck with me is one time we were playing and we saw, it's like we saw this like couple, and they were full on like dancing, making out, doing their thing, they disappear. She comes back with another guy and the guy's still not back.
Yeah.
So she's with the guy, you know, doing her thing, making out, you know, and then the guy comes back, and I think she saw him. So then, like, she ditches that guy and goes back to the other guy, brings the other guy,
No
and
way.
like starts. I'm pretty sure she was like cheating on her mans.
That's crazy,
And
bro.
to me, it's just like insane. We all just like we're like, this is crazy. These people are crazy. People are savages. In a sense, like we just play at parties, you know, like, and at parties, that's when the craziest things can happen, you know. There's some healthy parties for sure, but when people are drunk, things are
things just go like south, you know.
definitely.
No, yeah, for sure. Compa Nery, we're almost getting to the ending of this podcast. One more question that I have for you is what would be like one of your goals for this year, 2026? Like, no nomás like con el grupo, pero like for you as a person, you know?
Yeah.
Let's do the grupo thing first.
For the grupo, I definitely want to get better at playing the accordion, get, you know, more better. But I'm not like there's not really many videos of me online, not really much of a share. And I feel like I have so much potential to catch eye for the next step that I feel like I'm kind of burdening myself sometimes by not posting. I guess you could say, what's the word? Exposure.
Yeah.
But not even in like a bad aspect of it. Like, what if like Legado Siete, I'm sure they'll never hit me up to play. As an example, you know, like if they're like driving by Salem or Eugene and they're like, yo, like last minute, Ramosito from, you know, our accordion player can't make it. You fucking fire, you play good. Like, it's just my chance and ability to show like what I have, what I'm worth. Like, if people are watching this podcast, like you won't see, people can't and won't see me play unless it's live. And I think that's something personally I would like to change. Not even to like leave my group or anything, but we all want that next step. You know, we all want the dream of a famous group or a group reaching out and being like, yeah, like, okay, you're good, you pass, it's enough, let's go. And playing on bigger stages, you know, like, for sure. We definitely play a lot of parties, a lot of, you know, especially in the valley, a lot of backyard parties, a lot of garage parties, a lot of warehouse parties. Yeah. But as a musico, I think everyone who is at this level of a musico, we all have that desire to play on a bigger escenario. Like, personally, my biggest like goal, not even for this year, but as a musico, would be to play like at a palenque in Mexico. Like,
yeah, that'd be dope.
But of course, I have to put in the work and get a lot better and stuff. But that's definitely something as a musician I would love to improve. And then personal in life, I definitely think spending more time with my loved ones. I don't see myself taking a break or stepping off my foot of the gas of music anytime soon. But I definitely would like to find some type of hobby or something that involves, you know, like my family.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I could join a soccer team with my little brother, or if I could, you know, find some type of, you know, every Wednesday mass church, something that my parents and I attend to. Like, I don't live in town, but I still see them, you know, some things we could do together. Okay. Because I think like right now we're all just so distant that we don't get to really do much. Yeah, for sure. Also living away puts a big dent in that, so.
No, yeah, for sure. All right, compa Nery, so we're going to take a quick pause real quick because I got to use the restroom. But when we get back, you're going to tell us, you know, the story about this beautiful accordion, beautiful accordion. And you're also going to just play like, just something. Yeah. And then we'll be done, dude.
Bet.
Nice. With it. All right, dude.
So let's take up to the break.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. Compa Nery is now going to tell us the story on why he specifically chose this accordion. You know, it's very beautiful. It sounds beautiful. Compa Nery, out of all the options that you had when you were first buying a new accordion, because I know your old one, you sold it to Aloy.
Yes.
So please tell us the story about you choosing this accordion.
So I have a Mark III Anacleto. It was my very first accordion I ever bought. It was in a tono de fa. So long story short, as a group, we were only able to play, especially with my abilities in the accordion, since they weren't so advanced, we were only able to play en el tono de fa, en el tono de la bemol, en el tono de do, en el tono de mi bemol, and el tono de la bemol. And yes, that's fine, but to a certain point, especially as a singer, I'm not a singer, but you know, as far as the singers that I've played with, it's nice as an accordion, for the accordion player, to have all of the tonos, or have the ability to drop some songs like a medio tono,
Right.
for example, from like fa to mi, or from like mi bemol to re, etc., etc.
Simon.
Some people make it work. Most people make it work, but it's just like a preference, nice thing, So before I sold my old one, it was time to get a new one. I definitely knew it was time to get a new one. I had gotten a point to where I was like, I need to get a new one. So that I was online searching for accordions, and I was looking for dos tonos. So this is a dos tono, has 6 registros. It's half in fa, half in mi, giving me the ability to play all the way from a C major down to any tono,
Simon.
Si, do, re, mi bemol, la, si, do, sol, whatever, all of them. And I had 3 options. It was this black and silver one. It was a gold, like a gold kind of color, or it was a bright red color. I wasn't about the bright red, so it was between this one and the gold one. At first, I didn't really want to get this one because Kevin has
a similar one.
And it's not even about copying him or anything, but I just didn't want to be seen as that way. But after going over it with my parents, the most elegant looking one, especially in a resale aspect of it for, like keeping its value, is this one. You can never go wrong with a black, nice silver accordion that looks elegant. If you keep it nice and clean, it sounds elegant. It's amazing. So I got a good price on it. I had the funds, and I was like, okay, my parents approved, and we went for this one.
And how much did you get this one for?
7,000.
7,000. Para los que están viendo, los precios de acordeones están a ese nivel alto, eh? Pretty expensive, but definitely, if you're someone who's an accordion player and very passionate about you playing music, it's definitely worth it, right?
Yeah. It's a perfect example that it's doable too. Like, if I could do it, why can't you do it?
Exactly.
I paid this accordion with my gigging it. Obviously, you have to save up money and manage your money, but like, I played this for playing, bro. Like,
yeah, and you've had this accordion for it's 2 years now?
Yeah, it's been about 2 years. Yeah, this summer will be my 2nd year with it.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
So it's doable. The better you get, the more you play, and the better you're able to it's an investment for myself, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Compa Nery, can you please play us something, that way the audience can hear how much of a badass accordion player you are?
I'm gonna play esa de la soledad by Alfredo.
Okay. Round of applause for Compa Nery. That just sounded so fucking dope.
The song of the day.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, and this is the accordion you've been most gigging it with, right?
Yeah.
Ever since your last accordion?
Yeah, so this tono, it's able to give me all the tonos, so like as a group, we're able to play much more.
Nice.
And since I don't have to, it's a dos tono, I don't have to be switching and stuff. I haven't gotten serviced in like a year, but I've been gigging so much lately that she's up for a.
And how much would you say it costs to send it to go fix it?
So a fix like this usually will cost me around $300.
Dang.
A service will usually cost you around $300 depending on how many voices are broken. A lot of people like to fix it after the first one, and I definitely get that, but I think for me, especially since the guy who does it for me lives all the way in San Jose, it takes time. So I've learned to find different notes and maneuver around the broken ones to be able to get me past the gig. That's also helped me be a better accordion player, for sure.
Nice.
But of course, after I'll accumulate them so that I can send it once and he does a bunch of work instead of sending it once every month.
Yeah. Okay.
So, usually, on average, it's a good 4 to 6 months that you have to service it, or you'll hear it just depends on how much you play and stuff, and everything comes into play with an accordion, whether if it's too hot Like the inside is made out of wax, so it'll get hot.
Dang, yeah.
Or if it's too cold, you know, it's just stiff and you start pulling on it, you know, shit just starts to fucking break. They're like strings, you know.
Yeah, Simon.
And also just, I think, like the volume that you're playing at, you know, like if you're playing 10-hour gigs, 8-hour gigs, 4-hour gigs plus practice, like you're naturally due for a tear.
Yeah, bro, it's the same with drums, you know. Obviously, like, entre más le pegas al parche, se va a desgastar, you know. I've had other drummers tell me like, oh, you gotta change your parches every 6 months. But they have also told me, like, specifically me, since I technically also gig it every weekend, that it should be like more, it should be more frequent, pretty much, that I should be changing my parches. But honestly, bro, I'm gonna say that parches, you have to also break it in, you know? You also have to break them in. And once they're broken into, that's when they sound like at their best, you know? I've learned that like most parches do tend to sound better con el tiempo. You're gonna know once they're broken into, you know, because you're definitely gonna, as a drummer, you're definitely gonna like hear the difference. And when you first put los nuevos parches on to when you have them broken into, like there's definitely a big difference in the sound. But enough of that. Compa Nery, I see you got your brand new accordion. So if you can please, you know, also tell us the story about that one, because that one's pretty new, huh?
Yeah, this one I just flew in last week.
Dang, last week.
This one is actually, it has there's a lot of stories on this one. I had a different one. I'm sure you remember that one. Not a different one, it's the same one, but this is like a replica. It's original, but like a different one. They sent it back. But this one is also having quite a few problems, so this one's going to be on its way back to the factory as well.
Oh, okay.
But it's a White Hawk Honor Anacleto en el tono de mi. This is a dream accordion. This is something
nice.
This is
it's beautiful, dude.
It's luxurious. It's a luxurious accordion. This one was on market. It's 10,000. But you know, with the reps and stuff, once you talk to like a rep and you get kind of close to a rep and stuff, you know, they'll catch you deals. And this one,
for sure.
This one I was able to snag at like 8,000.
Oh, okay, not bad, not bad.
But it is going back, and I don't know. I've been contemplating on keeping my money and not investing in a new one, but I've also been contemplating on keeping it. But I don't know yet. You know, this is still brand new. You can hear, like, you can really hear the brand newness of it. My voz is Vinci.
Nice.
I'll play
Marlboro Rojo.
Marlboro Rojo.
Yeah. Otra vez, round of applause for Compa Nery.
That shit's all fucked up, like.
Hey, but it still sounds good, you know? Nice, nice. No, pues está bien, Compa Nery. I mean, and yo siempre digo, like, as a musician, it's always good to have backup instruments, you know? In this case, you have two accordions, so like if one of them, you know, goes bad, you still have and you have to send it off to fix it, you still have the other one, you know?
Yeah.
And for drummers, it's different, you know, porque sometimes we'll have 2 gigs in one day. So it's definitely more beneficial for a drummer to have 2 drum sets. Yo personally, I like to use one drum set for practice with the guys, and then the other drum set just to have for myself, you know? And also, like, yeah, like, como te digo, like, if you have 2 gigs in one day, definitely it does help, like, for a drummer to have 2 drum sets. I see, like, you have one at one gig and then one at the other. But in this case, like, accordion players, something that I notice is that whether they have 1 accordion, 2, 3, 4, they take casi all of them, bro. Yeah. Just because, like, if you feel like more comfortable playing, like, let's say this accordion on one song than the other, you know?
Yeah, I think it for sure ends up being personal preference. The biggest reason why I take both of them everywhere is for backup, just in case, because I do have my brother as staffy, and we have had instances where, like, my older one, this one like broke completely, and he had to go all the way home from White City to pick up Ramon's, the green one, and for me to play. So ever since then, I was like, I'm just gonna keep it on me just in case if something happens to one, I have the other one, so I don't have to scramble. Like, I could just switch and keep going.
Simón.
But also preference too. I do know a lot of accordion players, you know, they like to switch accordions because one sounds better on this one, depending on the voices you have and stuff like that.
And compa Nery, what would you say is your favorite adorno on the accordion?
Adorno. I don't know. There's one specifically that we do a lot. We call it El Ferni.
No mames. Fucking Ramon, way. Anyways, yeah, that adorno supposedly now it's called El Ferni. Because fucking Ramon, bro.
One day I was just playing and I did the adorno and I look back and they're all cracking the fuck up. I'm like, oh shit, did I fuck up?
For real, because like cuando estos güeyes también, like cuando Eloy también does it on his accordion, like everyone will just turn around and look at me and be like, El Ferni.
Like, I could go to the house like, shit, I don't know if I would do it anymore because she's going to start talking to fuck up.
Yeah.
She's going to go, El Fermi. But I have to. Every time we play together, I have to.
Saludos al compa Ramón, si anda viendo por ese pinche adorno que le puso nombre. Compa Munchies. Anyways, bro, well, yeah, that's it for today, dude. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here to, you know, come cotorrear un rato, tell us a little bit about you, about your band y todo eso. And yeah, dude, I wish you the best in 2026, you know, put all your trust in God and, you know, todo el tiempo, like, vas a estar bien, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Hell yeah,
thank you,
bro.
everybody for listening
and thank you.
Checking us out. And
yeah,
I'm sure you'll see us if you haven't.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone who stayed towards the end. Gracias a toda la gente que se quedó hasta el final. Ya saben que aquí el compa Nery se la rifa machín en acordeón. Y pues ahí estamos para la otra. Compa Nery y el Toxic Fernie, out.
Fierro.